What's up, bourbon drinkers? Tonight on the deck, we're going to talk about whiskey or bourbons that maybe a newbie would want to start their bar with. What bottles might be a good idea to have on your bar if you don't want to have a ridiculous collection like that. Stick around and find them out. All right, y'all, I'm here, I'm back. This is Homer, and that's not Amy, because she's not here. She's on the cheer trip. I had to stay home because of work. And if there was gonna be some content for this channel on time, I gotta do it by myself. For those of you that are wanting to see Amy, here's a picture. That's all you're gonna get this time. So I hope I'm good enough for you, because it's just me and these bourbon. I don't have a glass. I need to get one. Look at this right here, a Deck Night on the Rocks glass that needs a little cleaning. Fingerprints and shit on it. You know what? Probably mine. I don't care. This is for those people who haven't started a bar, who don't want to have a bar, but don't want to have all this stuff. So a lot of you guys out there who already watch this channel probably don't give a shit about this particular video because you already have all this stuff or better. But for those of you who don't or just want to watch me talk about whiskey, go ahead and jump in and join us. So I'm going to talk about different things, cheap bottles. All these should be available. I'm going to do whiskey. I didn't grab a rye, but I bet you I can do that real quick. Aged, craft distilleries, barrel proofs, stuff like that. We're gonna go with this from the get-go. I'm just gonna grab, I got a stack here. When I grab, I got a couple here. Some I don't have, I'll just talk about also. So I'm just gonna grab some. So we're gonna start out with our inexpensive ones. A friend of mine at work put this on me, and I drank all that myself because I was so impressed with it. And I'm gonna try some again tonight. This is the Pendleton 10-year straight bourbon. It's pretty good MGP. We all know, those of us who have drank plenty of whiskey before, know MGP is pretty good stuff. There's a lot of different blenders and not NDPs that are making good stuff from MGP. Those of you who don't know what MGP is, it's a distillery in Indiana that just sources a lot of whiskey through a lot of small distilleries who are trying to get their own juice started, or who don't distill at all and just buy it, blend it, and make their own thing. MGP stands for Midwest Grain Products. They create for NDPs, and NDP is non-distilling producers. All right, get that shit out of the way. Let's talk about this one. Good flavor, very smooth. It's 10-year. It's only 90 proof. I like it. It's a good one to have. It's got a pretty bottle, a lot of texture on there. It'd be a good conversation starting. People that come over and drink whiskey, never had it before. It's an easy drinker. It looks cool. It's a good story with the bottle, you know, get something to talk about. So 90 proof, why not? Guys, it's a good one. Tastes good. If you haven't had it, you should have it. You should try it. Here's I think an obvious one, a Russell's Reserve 10. See, the cork's messed up because it fell off the other day and the cork broke off. But Russell's Reserve 10-year, it's a good solid bottle. It's only $38 for a 10-year aged bourbon. That's pretty good. It's made by Wild Turkey. It's not something that anybody, I think, would dislike. There's a piece of glass impaled in that damn label from when it fell and busted a bunch of shit up. I'll put a picture there for y'all to see. If you're starting a bar, or if you're into this and haven't had one of these in a while, or haven't had one at all, you should try it. It's really good stuff. It's hard to pass up on a Russell Reserve 10-year bourbon for less than 40 bucks. Another one that's really good and cheap. Now, not this one, because this is the 8-year. It's a little higher. It's like 50 bucks, but they have the regular New Riff, just Kentucky straight bourbon. Man, it is super good. It's not just a boring bottle. It's pretty cool looking, very tasty. You should definitely put one of these on your bar. If you're not wanting to have a shit ton of bottles or something basic, or so you're new to this, a New Riff straight Kentucky straight bourbon, it's a good one. It's not a bad one to choose. So there's three options of pretty cheap bourbons to have. Inexpensive bourbons to have. You know, another one could be like the white label Evan Williams Bottled and Bond. That's a good one to have. It's less than 30 bucks. You know, any of the Green Rivers are pretty good. They're pretty cheap. All the basic Green Rivers are starting to produce some new ones that are getting a little high in price, but just the standard Green River, those are good options too. Check those out. Look for them. Let's go to another category. I think a good bourbon with some age is the Knob Creek 12-year. I love this one so much. I keep extras. We've already finished our other one, and I haven't opened this one yet, but a Knob Creek 12, it's starting to become more available. I don't think that it is extremely hard to get anymore. Typically, it was past few years, it has been allocated and hard to find, but I'm finding it a lot more often now. And I don't want to say it's on every shelf, but it's around. So if you haven't tried a Knob Creek 12, it's a good one. For aged spirits, I think this would be a good option to have on your bar. Again, different kind of bottle. Someone walks in and wants to try something that they've never had before, or something cool. Just look at it, it catches your eye. And it tastes great. So Knob Creek 12, good option. Oh, something else with age on it that's easy to get. I'm trying to think of something over 10, because like the Russell's 10-year is everywhere you can get it. So anything else with a higher age statement than 10 that's pretty easy to find, I just can't think of one off the top of my head right now. If anybody else has an opinion or a comment of something that's over 10 years that's pretty easy to get, comment below. Tell us what you think. All right, so I'm gonna go with the next one. I'm gonna go with a wheated whiskey. Now this is actually a wheated whiskey, not a wheated bourbon, but I like it. I think it's one of my most favorite. Now there's a lot of other options for wheated bourbons and whiskeys. Like Old Elk has a wheat, Maker's Mark is nothing but wheat, Weller's are nothing but wheat, but they're pretty hard to get. The Special Reserve is starting to get better, but this is better than that. Old Fitzgerald, still super hard to get, but the Old Fitzgerald 7-year, which I should have pulled it down, is actually pretty easy to get. That's a good one. The Green River wheated bourbon's good. A lot of other people have whined at me that I don't talk about the Origin series from Bardstown wheated. They say it's great. I don't care for it that much, but everybody else does. Why not believe what most people say and try it? Because I don't like it, it doesn't mean that you won't. So you should try that one too. But I like this Old Dominick. Now this is pretty good. An Old Dominick wheated whiskey, you should give it a shot. Old Dominick's out of Memphis. They were sourcing their juice for the longest time, but now they make their own, and it is amazing. So if you have an opportunity to get an Old Dominick, you should definitely try it. Matter of fact, any Old Dominick is worth getting, but this wheated one is really good. All right, high proof stuff. This one I like. Most people in the bourbon world who are huge bourbon nuts, they don't think 115 is high proof, but I got a friend at work that thought 100 proof was extremely high. I don't think 100 proof's high, but 115 is high enough. So Old Forester 1920, man, this one tastes great. It's pretty easy to find. It's only like 56, 60 bucks. You should try this one if you haven't. It's a good one to have on your bar. I think, like I said, I don't need to keep repeating this. Anybody that has a small bar that doesn't want to have hundreds of bottles, that 1920 is a great one to have. That's a high proofer. Another one, obviously, that we're going to mention would be the Wild Turkey Rare Breed. Again, the cork broke off. It did fall also. Apparently, Wild Turkey uses cheap corks. This one's 116.8 proof, guys. If you've never had a Rare Breed Wild Turkey, you should. It's amazing. You can't go wrong. Again, small bar, good bottle. Especially when a lot of people know about Wild Turkey, even if they don't drink. And they're like, oh, I heard that's whiskey, it's crap, or I used to drink it when I was a teenager. Well, you got to give it a try, and that's the one to try. Next one is a high proofer, is the Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Proof Tennessee whiskey, not bourbon, a special whiskey. You guys, it's got the Lincoln County process, which determines it's Tennessee whiskey and not just whiskey or bourbon. Because bourbon, as we all know, doesn't have to be made in Kentucky, but Tennessee whiskey does have to be made in Tennessee. Bourbon has to be made in the United States. So Jack Daniel's meets all the requirements to be bourbon, but they run it through the Lincoln County process, which doesn't make it not bourbon, but it does make it Tennessee whiskey. Just being made in Tennessee won't make whiskey Tennessee whiskey. It has to go through the Lincoln County process, and this is a solid Tennessee whiskey. Now, don't think you can go get Old No. 7 if you think you're going to get a good Tennessee whiskey. One, this is about the high proof, and two, Jack Daniel's Old No. 7 sucks. Don't waste your time, and it's only 90 proof. That's why I didn't mention it, that or Jim Beam White Label, because they suck. Doesn't matter how cheap they are. Don't waste your money. The next thing I want to talk about, the last one, are craft distilleries. Craft distilleries are really cool. They're fun. You know, a lot of them are sourced, like the MGP thing, or from someone else that is a big sourcer of whiskey, like Bourbons, which is 7092, owned by Sazerac, who's a company that owns Buffalo Trace. While Turkey does a little bit of sourcing, but not much, there's a lot of companies that source. But the first one I'm going to grab is this Dark Arts.
You shall not pass!
Dark Arts is really cool. Everything I've tried from them is awesome. They definitely do a lot of different, I would say crafty, but because they're crafty, very artsy, folksy. They make things that are just different, and everything I've had has been great, especially this blunt blend. It's awesome. Now, they're not always super available. I've seen them around. I've seen them out in Arizona. I've seen them all over Tennessee, Kentucky, but they're not going to be everywhere because they're not widely distributed. So you can Google it. It'll probably tell you where you can find it. But if you're ever in Lexington, Louisville, which one are they at? Holy shit, I think they're in Lexington. Yeah, they're in Lexington. Oh, they're in Louisville. Fuck me. Look at the bottle, dude. Yeah, they're in Lexington. Anyway, if you're ever there, go check them out and get you some. Their bar is awesome. They got a lot of options to try. Good flights, great stuff. And we like to support the small business. Next one is definitely a NDP. The short barrel. This is one of their specialties. This is Bee's Knees. It's a honey-based of straight bourbon whiskey finished in honey cask. They have multiple variations of this, but this is so good. And everything I've tried from short barrel has been really damn good. Now, some of them aren't as good as others, but I haven't had any that I didn't like. And some of them are extremely good. So if you ever get a chance to try short barrel, give it a shot. It's a really cool company. They are small, friendly. You walk in the door, the owners are there, the distillers or blenders are there to talk to you. They have membership clubs where you can get a bottle. I don't know the details of it because I don't do that, but they have membership clubs that you can get bottles through them sent to you or however. I don't know. Check it out on the Googles. But they're great. You got to try short barrel. Another one I have on the bar. Another craft distillery. I want to mention them because it's probably one of the best and coolest craft distillers I've ever dealt with is Whiskey Thief Distilling Company. The only reason I don't want to mention them or put them on this list is because they're extremely hard to get. You're really never going to see it on a shelf because they don't sell to distributors. They sell direct, and you can go get it there. You can buy a barrel there and just take the whole barrel, which most places don't do because you got to go through a distributor for the most part. It's kind of our government's crooked systems and middlemans that make a lot of money off you and the people who do the work when they don't need to. But whatever, they're going around it by letting you come buy it from them, pay the taxes to them, and then they send the taxes off to the government. So it's legal. You just got to go there to get it or have it shipped somehow or some way, because some states you can't ship liquor to, and some places it's actually pretty illegal to ship liquor. Another government overreach or shit. But anyway, if you have an opportunity to try Whiskey Thief, get some, put it on your bar. It's a good option for a craft distillery. Well, actually, this is the last one I want to mention, and I hate to mention it. It makes me look like a tater. I'm not really a big fan of this anymore, but it is super cool. The bottle, the story, it's awesome, and a lot of people that drink whiskey have heard of it, and it's something they may ask about, and it does look cool in the bar. Blanton's. So most movies that talk about bourbon are going to have a Blanton's. Most movies that says let's have a drink and they're trying to have like some power thing, and they're like, oh, look at how cool I am, here's a Blanton's. That or Pappy, and there's no point even mentioning Pappy because it's impossible to get. If you can get a Blanton's, keep it on the bar. Don't have to drink it, just leave it there for when the friends come over and you want to impress. I mean, look how cool that bottle is. Cool topper, the horse, cool story. You look it up, talk about when it was made, why it was made. It's the first single barrel that was created by Elmer T. Lee, who was a very famous, very popular distiller at Buffalo Trace, who worked with Albert Blanton, that this is named after. Buffalo Trace needed something to reinvigorate the company. At the time, it was called Stag, not Buffalo Trace. He thought, let's do single barrels. That's important. People will love the idea. It's a concept. All the whiskey comes from one barrel, and it was something that Albert Blanton did when he was there at Stag, Buffalo Trace, and he just did it for himself and his friends. He went and picked the best. He knew where the best barrels were and created or made drinks out of that stuff. So I took pours out of it, and that's where the whole concept of single barrel and Blanton's comes from. It's a really cool bottle, really cool topper, really cool story, and it may not be the best juice in the world. A lot of people love it. Most bourbon snobs don't. You can't deny it looks cool. So that's a good one to have for impressment level. All right, y'all, that's all I got. Sure, there's a lot of other bottles that would have been good options for this. Oh, you know what? I said I was gonna grab a rye, so let's grab a rye. Rye. Okay, here we go. Best rye out there. I'm gonna go with this one, but to be honest with you, I probably shouldn't because it's not readily available. It might not even be available anymore, but it's the one I'm up. Here we go. Here's the other one. I'm gonna give you two. This is a high proof rye. It tastes great, made by a common company, Woodford Reserve, and it's 121.1 proof. It's been available recently, but I don't think it's something they're going to keep making or making over or making again. I don't know if you can get it, but it's great. It's awesome. It's a Distiller Select, good choice. But one of the best ryes on the market that I really like, and it's not expensive, and I've seen it around a lot of places, is the Hemingway rye. Hemingway is known for their rum because it's named after Ernest Hemingway, who loved rum. But man, this is great shit. If you ever have a chance to get one, you should. This one is awesome. And most people know who Ernest Hemingway is, so if it's sitting on your bar, they walk in there and they're wanting to share a drink, a taste of something, why wouldn't they want to try that? It's a cool story, cool whiskey, it's awesome. Again, I thought I was done, but I'm not. I did want to mention double oaks. Double oak whiskeys are awesome. I really love them. They have a great chocolatey flavor. And there's three right off the top of my head that I want to mention. And I don't have one of them, but I do have two of them. One is the Peerless Double Oaked, which isn't easy to find. It's becoming more easy to find as of late. I bet you I'm missing. You guys probably not even seeing that on the bar. The Peerless Double Oaked, they're $100 or more. They're not easy to find, but they are out there and they are becoming more available, but it's great. You should try that one if you get a chance. The next one is like the 1920. It's the Old Forester 1910. They're part of the Whiskey Row series. That's why they have names. There's 5 different Whiskey Rows, but this one's only 93 proof, but it has great flavor. Look how dark that is. Awesome. And the other double oak that is pretty readily available, have a lot of store pick options availability, is the Woodford Reserve Double Oak. You should try that. Here's a picture. Try that one if you get a shot. It's around $60 a bottle. It's usually at every store. You should try that one. You'll love it. Double oaked. Double oak means it was in one barrel for most of its life of aging. Then it was put in another secondary toasted or some kind of just oak barrel. Well, they're all oak, but had a little toast to it or different char or whatever. And it's there for typical 7, 8, 9, 10, maybe up to 2 years, depending on what kind it is. Giving the secondary barrel more aging usually gives it more of a chocolatey, sweeter taste. Makes it super dark compared to regular bourbons. You'll love it. I swear I can't think of anybody that's ever said they didn't like double oak. They like other ones better, but not that Woodford is. It's the tits. So anyway, now that's it. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully Amy will be back soon. I know that's what most of y'all want to see is her. Her opinion is better than mine anyway. So like, subscribe, comment, share, hit the bell, hype this up. Comment below on this video or the other videos. Share, watch all of our other videos. We got a project going on downstairs. I'm gonna get right back down there and work on it because the deck night on the rocks on the deck is gonna become a deck night on the rocks down below, because we're gonna start doing stuff down there once we get that room done. It's gonna be a little bit, and it's actually probably gonna interfere with more of the videos we make because I gotta spend all my time down there getting that work done, not making videos and editing them. Be patient with us, we'll get back to it. Amy will be back, it's cheer season and she's gotta go do that. Typically I'd be there too, and this wouldn't happen at all. So thank you guys, we appreciate it. Don't stop watching the deck. Have you a good sip. See y'all next time. Keep sipping.